Hey, LeAnne with the Expert Real Estate Team. Wanted to touch base with you and get you the January market update. I have some great slides to share with you today. The one thing I wanted to start with is home equity gains. So with the market, even though you might not be buying or selling a home, you're definitely benefiting from the market, from your home equity. So as a state, South Carolina has seen an average home equity gain of $14,000. That's huge. California obviously is always crazy with 34,000 in home equity year over year. So Washington at 36,000 year over year. So it's a good time to be a homeowner. Let's go to number 11. My computer will catch up with me. This is the one I want to go over with. Okay, so let's say you bought a $300,000 house in 2021. You hang on to that house, and with price appreciation and value appreciation, it is projected that you'll have an additional $54,000 in equity in your home in 5 years. So that is a great, that's where people build most of their family wealth, is in the equity in their home. So if you're renting, if you haven't jumped in as a home buyer, now's a good time. Even though inventory is tough, if you can find something that you like, with interest rates being so low, it's a good time to be a home buyer and a homeowner. Okay, let's go to slide 15. Let's see, on 14. Okay, house appreciation. This is from a chief economist at First American. Despite the best intentions of home builders to provide more housing supply, the big short in housing supply will continue until or into 2021 and likely keep house price appreciation flying high. So that's good news. Let's go on down. I like this slide just because it's cute. Okay, here's what's going on. Years for employment rate to return to near pre-crisis level. Actually, we've had a big V shape that everybody's been talking about. The Great Recession, so from 2006 to 2016, it took a long time for that unemployment to get back up. So when everybody got fired, when COVID hit, we've come back up really quickly. We're not back to where we were by any means, but we've come back up really quickly. So I just like slides like that because they give you a snapshot of the economy. Renters were disproportionately hurt by the crisis. A greater share of renters lost their jobs. That meant they lose savings that they could have been used for a down payment, and then they're behind on bills, which are going to hurt their credit, and it's just going to be more difficult for them to catch up. So that is the unfortunate truth, but it is what it is. Slide 22, Treasury rates have been moving up since the election, but mortgage rates have kept going down. We're starting to see mortgage rates drift up with Treasury rates as opposed to moving in the opposite direction, which is normally how they do. But they're kind of expecting things to, like it said, drift up. So today, if you bought a home and got a mortgage, $300,000 mortgage at 2.7%, versus in the fourth quarter of this year, same house is going to cost you more. Interest rate's going to be more. So that's almost a $200 difference in payment. So buying now, of course, realtors are always going to say that, but we like to try to have some substance behind why we're telling you what we're telling you. We're not telling you this for no reason. So now is a good time to be a home buyer. Okay, let's drop down to slide 51. seller traffic. South Carolina has weak seller traffic, meaning homeowners aren't putting their homes on the market. It's that way across a good portion of the United States. So again, low inventory on homes means higher prices when you go to sell, so which will help offset the higher price when you go to buy if that's what's happening. So if you're heading to one of the blue states, then, it takes a little bit of the sting out of it because there's more inventory there. So, okay, slide 63. I pick out the good stuff for you guys. Buyer traffic. Buyer traffic is not strong, but it is very strong. So get out there. And actually, I was doing a role play this morning with my agents, and we were talking about different ways we set ourselves apart from the average real estate licensee. And they were going over some of the great things they've done to help our buyers, from saving them money to encouraging them to come back and make a second offer, to rather than just cowing down and when the seller says they're not going to do repairs, popping up and going, you know what, you got to do the repairs because otherwise the bank's not going to loan the money and you're going to be stuck in this position and not be able to sell your homeowner. So just really looking out for the buyer and looking ahead down the road for problems as they might come up. So something we do. Let's see, let's go to 65. Interest rates, 2.65%. I mean, enough said. Projected, just like we said earlier, they're, projected to drift up. And then the last slide, slide 73, average days to close a loan. Everything's running behind because of COVID and people being sick, and there's so many cogs on the wheel, and somebody does get sick, then it's forever before they can get back to you, and it's just the flood of people out there looking. So just kind of plan on it taking a little bit longer than it normally would. And I will, in the very last slide, I always like this one. So average FICO score, even though you may not have the best credit in the world, that's okay, because 46% of buyers have under 750 credit score. So, and they still get mortgages. So don't think you've got to have the best of the best. Granted, the best of the best get the better interest rates, but they're not going to ding you so horribly bad where your credit score will keep you from getting still a pretty good rate. Anyway, so stuff to think about. And if there is ever anything we can do for you here at the Expert Real Estate Team, one of my things I'm passionate about is making sure my agents are educated, making sure the public is educated, because when you're educated, you can make better decisions for you and your family, and that's just smart. So if you want to be a smart home buyer or a smart home seller, reach out to us. Let us share what we know. We're not saying we know everything, but we do this day in and day out. Anyway, reach out to us here at the Expert Real Estate Team, and we look forward to doing business with you and taking care of you. Thanks so much.